Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Captain Swan podcast number 74. Yes. I'm Serena, Savior out on Tumblr, and these are the people with me today.
Hi, I'm Alex, and my Tumblr is Jolly Old Roger.
I'm Daniela, and I'm Prison Swan Love on Tumblr.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm You Brought Me Home.
Hi, I'm Ma, and I'm Organa Sonoray.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm to the end of the world or time.
Hi. Did you forget, girl?
Hi, I'm Rams. I'm Aloha Forever on Tumblr.
Hi, I'm Ro, and I'm on Tumblr.
Somebody has to seriously.
Okay, Michelle, were you forgetting your name?
I mean, Michelle, you haven't changed your name in like 2 years, but did you forget it?
What?
It seemed like you couldn't remember.
I like my Princess Leia and use Tumblr name. It's so cool.
Okay, so let's start talking about this 100th episode. We have an anonymous question from someone who is not really a big fan. And they say, Anonymous says, question for the next podcast. Not only was the episode a really dull premiere, but it had to be the most lackluster 100th episode of television ever. What would you have preferred for the 100th episode of Once Upon a Time? What did you think?
Okay, can I
think
speak
it
first?
worse.
Because, here's the thing. I am going to be will not be in agreement with most of you because I actually liked the episode.
Okay.
I did too.
It wasn't the best episode, but I would give it a 7 out of 10. Like, it could have been much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, and there's 100 episodes that have been much worse. Like, seriously, has this person not seen other 100 episodes? Normally, it's a big number, but normally they kind of suck.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Ro, what did you think?
Well, obviously it could have been worse, but I didn't think it was really that bad. I mean, I liked the underworld, all the choices with the direction and everything. It actually made you think you were in a different world and not just Steveston, as usual.
Mm-hmm. Okay, did anyone not like the episode?
I liked the
Michelle?
episode. I did. I liked it. It was awesome. It's a great episode. It only sucked. There was no more time for Captain Swan scene. Just one Captain Swan scene, and the rest was just.
Okay. Again, devil's advocate. Devil's advocate here. I never thought we were gonna get a lot. Normally, because this whole season is about finding Killian, right?
Mm.
So they were obviously not going to show a lot of Killian in the first episode. Like, even before we got the spoilers, I knew that, like, it's just narrative. Obviously, they weren't going to show it.
I didn't expect them to find him, but I expected maybe a scene with him in Hades or something where he at least gets to talk, where we, the audience, finds out what happened to him, but maybe Emma doesn't. Like, I would have been okay with that. Here's my problem with it. The opening scene just soured me on the entire episode. Like, opening right out of the gate with Person and that very annoying fan service-y scene that literally makes no sense. Because in that scene, Person literally says, Hook's in the underworld. And then when they get to Granny's, Emma's like, but what if he's not here? I'm like, Person just told you he was.
But, okay, here's the
literally
thing.
added in later.
Here's something. One, that scene was obviously added afterwards. Because they had the Henry scene there. I'm pretty sure that scene was added afterwards. Like, they decided afterwards to add Neil. Like,
but
so
they can't remember what they wrote in the episode. They wrote the episode. They can't remember that several scenes later, Emma says, well, what if he's not here?
Well, okay, here's the thing. Obviously, well, Neil never entered that underworld. Remember? God, man, I can't believe I'm defending this part of the episode because I hated it. But
It's okay.
but Neil never went to the unfinished underworld, so he knows, like, technically he knows, like, there's no way Neil would know whether he was there or not. So,
Well, then how the hell
like,
did he know that Emma was going there to get him in the first place? I mean, nothing about that scene makes sense.
Exactly. I'm not defending that scene. I'm defending Emma. I'm defending Emma later on being like, what if Hook's not here? That's the part I'm defending.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Like,
actually,
it's completely normal for Emma to be scared that, wait, what if he's not here? What if it's illogical, but it's normal. Like, oh shit, what if he's not here? What if he has no unfinished business? What? That's why Robert
But
was
person
like,
literally just said that he was.
But still, it's not. It doesn't have to be logical. Like, she's scared.
Hmm.
Okay.
this is the thing. I mean, I was kind of neutral on it. I just thought the episode was decent. I didn't really think it was 100. I didn't think it was premiere material, and it surely to God wasn't 100th episode stuff either. But it was not because of, like, certain scenes. It was because it just felt disjointed. Like, when they wrote it, that they didn't write an appropriate use of everybody's time. This is kind of the same issues that we were finding in season 4. Like, okay, it's obvious what Michelle was saying, that the scene with Neil was filmed afterwards and added in after the fact. It had no purpose or point in being there other than probably to tell the 5 remaining Swan Fire people that no, he's not fucking coming back. Deal with it. Okay. Yes,
Exactly.
And you know what? I like.
Whoa, one at a time.
Wait.
One
Yes.
at a time, please.
Wait.
Okay.
Yes, we all know that she loved him. Some part of her heart always will, just as some part of Hook will always love Mila because he was an important person. Even though he did horrible things, he was still, an important person in her past. Okay, got it. Moving on. The issue was that they had touted this 100th episode as being the return of a lot of characters that we hadn't seen since season 1 and all this big deal. And we only saw maybe 3 or 4. We saw Pam, we saw the Blind Witch, and Cora, and Cindy, who wasn't really dead, but just was actually there in a flashback.
Oh,
I just didn't think they did an appropriate use of time in this episode. Instead of wasting our time with useless flashbacks and no one could give a shit about, they should have. I mean, they were impressing upon us how important it was to find Killian. And yet we really didn't see anybody searching for him except in one scene in the beginning. Snow. I would rather, instead of seeing useless bullshit flashbacks about Regina's birthday, I would rather have seen the rest of the cast splitting off and going and searching, like Emma at the docks or Charming at the loft or something, just to show how, that they were trying to find him. Instead we got bullshit flashbacks that nobody gives a shit about. It was just a really bad use of time.
Rams, what did you think about the episode? Did you like it?
I didn't mind it. At first, I was kind of really bored, but I actually was quite engaged with the Henry Sr. part of the episode. But it was the beginning that I just couldn't get over. I mean, starting a safe Hook arc with the scene with Emma's ex-boyfriend and her telling him she would have saved him too, it kind of diminished the power of the beginning, So I just didn't really like it, but I didn't try to let it cloud my judgment of the episode as a whole, it was okay, but it wasn't too good.
Okay. Well, in the first scene, for me, I hate Neil a lot. But for me, it showed just how much more Emma loves Killian than she ever loved Neil. Because here's the comparison between Neil was told by August not to go after Emma, and he didn't. He chose to move on with his life. Here Emma is being told by someone she trusted that don't go after Killian. Don't go after Killian. And still, she's like, you know what? No.
What is this?
What is that
sound?
noise?
It's not me. I swear to God, it's not me. I am like
Okay.
no background.
Yeah, okay, it was Lisa. What were you saying?
Oh yes, I was saying that. Okay, like in the contrast, like Neil was told by August, who was basically a stranger, not to go after Emma, and he didn't. Then Emma was told by somebody she used to trust and used to love not to go after Killian, and yet she does. So I thought that was the only thing that actually we should take out of that scene. Because yes, it's a stupid scene, it's a stupid fan service that was obviously written afterwards. But it happened. We can't delete that. So we should take back the scene that means that Emma loves Killian so much more that no matter what anyone tells her, she's still not gonna give up on her. So,
Well, can I say something?
Except then they show her, in almost the next scene saying this is hopeless.
Well, this is Emma. She has walls up. She
No,
has
I get that,
walls
but
of
what I'm saying is, at the very end of the last episode, they have her saying the charming family motto, "I will always find you," and then it looks like she's in despair, like after they've been in the underworld for like an hour. So
It's
now you can either whoa. Let me finish. You can either blame that on the fact that person sapped her confidence by saying you're going to fail and it's not going to turn out the way you hope it is, or you can chalk that up to bad writing.
I think it's both.
Me too.
Honestly,
I read,
it's obvious. I mean, it's normal for somebody to doubt.
I understand
in the first moment
that I don't expect Emma to be Snow. I don't need her to be rah-rah, hope and rainbows and unicorns all the time. I get that. She's Emma. She's naturally pessimistic. But I was hoping for more gritty determination in the face of adversity rather than instant hopelessness. Because she's come so far. You know what I mean?
She will. She will have the determination. It's just like the moment of doubt. We all have it. Honestly. In this matter,
5 minutes.
It just felt the reaction just felt disjointed, considering they showed Swan's song literally right before this episode aired.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bad. You know what? Sometimes the writers do. They tend to write each episode in a bubble, so that they think this is what is going to be effective for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't think about what came before. So for people like us, the continuity is lacking sometimes. That's the problem.
Very well said. Thank you.
That's why I don't trust those writers when they write these episodes sometimes.
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna be defensive again. But, okay, we should be fucking lucky. And I'm gonna be actually average to good writers. You know what you can have? You can have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. writers. You can be stuck with them. Or worse, you can be stuck with Rachel Rotenberg.
Okay, this is getting insane.
Okay, yep.
I have a question. Did Adam and Eddie write Swan Song?
I don't know. Well,
yes, I think so.
And then they wrote this episode. So they wrote these two episodes back to back. You would think that these two people who wrote these two episodes back to back would have better continuity. But here's the thing. Adam and Eddie are the biggest offenders on the Neil is a saint all of a sudden.
Oh god.
Like every time it comes up, it's in an episode written by them. So they are the ones who are weirdly obsessed with person. That's all I'm saying.
They feel guilty?
They could be doing a lot worse.
I would personally say that Adam and Eddie as a team are the worst writers on their own show.
Well, yeah.
I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm just saying that the weirdest, most like cringeworthy, non-continuity following crap tends to happen in episodes written by them.
In defense of continuity, we actually got one continuity moment in this episode that I never thought they would come back to. They explained how her dad got into the box and how Korra has him. So, we have to give them a little bit of props for that.
Wow. So we're not allowed to criticize anything, huh?
I'm not saying we should not be able to criticize them. I'm just saying that we could be doing much worse, and they're not that bad, honestly.
Well, I know, but this is my favorite show. I expect better.
Well,
Yes.
I know that Adam and Eddie have been, vocally proponent of the fact that they don't fan service anybody because they don't want to give like sections of the fandom the idea that they are. But it was pretty obvious with the bagel scene that's what. I mean, I'm not saying that was their intention, but it was like it was, but it wasn't. I mean, they were pretty much putting the final nail in that coffin, and I don't think they were doing it necessarily to get the fans off their back. I think they were just trying to seal up some plot holes because you can't go because you can't go down to the underworld where there's people that are dead and not address this. And
exactly.
It's
but
true. And yes, it's true. I would. Well, that's only because Jamie Dornan's schedule is so packed. If it wasn't, they probably would have brought him on. But
that's what I'm saying.
I just think they went about it. I just think they went about it the wrong way. I would personally, if he was going to come and try to give them a warning, I would rather him have talked to Henry because that was his unfinished business.
Yeah.
His son. He never got to really say goodbye to him because Henry didn't even know who he was at the time that he passed away.
And that's the thing that boggles my brain about this, though. He gets to say goodbye to Emma. It's okay to move on, find Tallahassee, whatever. He gets to say and forgive his papa, whatever. But his son is amnesiac when he dies, so he doesn't get to say goodbye to his son, who he claims to give a rat's butt about. But yet he has some unfinished business that makes him sound like a deadbeat dad.
Well, he is.
Yeah. Adam and Eddie would rather do shipper fan service than actually resolve this plot hole that Neil never met Henry before he died, and he regained his memories.
That's why really,
son.
That's why really the only part of this episode that really engaged me, like what Rams was saying, was the Regina and her father thing.
Yes.
Because it's been something that's been a long time coming. Lana, for all of her faults, she acted the shit out of it, and
I was
Henry,
surprised
the actor that played Henry was phenomenal. As a matter of fact, those were the only parts of the flashback that I generally liked because it was so emotional. It was so it was real. The rest of it was just more ham-handed Lana playing up evil queen bullshit, sticking the finger in the pie. I'm like, yes, lather, rinse, repeat. We get it. You're the evil fucking queen, and you want Snow White dead. We fucking get it. Who gives a shit? But this thing...
She's a drama queen.
But
yes.
the parts of the flashback that focused on her father really gave that dimension that he wasn't just trying to save her because she was a good person, or because he was a good person and he believed that she was. He was trying to get her out of her mother's thrall. He was trying to free her, and he finally managed to do that. I'll admit, in that scene where he got to meet Henry and walk off into the sunset, I was teary-eyed. I was choked the fuck up. It was really
What's
the phone number?
Yeah, it was almost touched.
I think it's the first Regina scene where I've been emotional in the entire series.
Aww.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't emotional, but I have to admit that is what I've been wanting to see out of this Regina redemption arc they keep trying to foist on us. That was her genuinely showing remorse and contrition, and I was like, oh my god, hallelujah.
Okay.
And the other part of the episode that made me kind of chuckle and go, yeah, bitch, yeah, was when Hades tinked the little wine glass and used magic to turn Korra back into the Miller's daughter. I was like, yeah, bitch.
That was awesome.
Karma's a bitch, Korra.
Karma, bitch. Karma. Walk away now.
Michelle.
The hair's still ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Okay, Michelle, but didn't you think that her showing remorse for someone she loved is like just a step one?
Yes.
She should show remorse for all the people she killed that she didn't even know. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
it's easy to feel sorry for having killed her father. She loved her father, her father loved her. So, yeah, I guess
I
that
can-
she did. It was supposed to be something that she didn't want to do.
And
Yeah,
it wasn't
I
just
completely
that.
agree with you. I'm just saying that for the first time this is like the first time we've actually really seen her do something like this. So I'm
Yep.
hoping that carries over into the other victims that she runs into.
What
Please.
really
That's what I want.
really astounded me more than anything was the fact that she was willing to sacrifice her father's ultimate, like, otherworldly peace and happiness in heaven for Emma's sake, to find Hook, which is not something that she would normally do. She's a very, she's not that type of make a sacrifice type person unless something's in it for her. And for her to do that, even though Emma was telling her, go home, take Rob and take Henry, don't consign your father to the flames of hell, she was willing to sacrifice anyway, and that is such a huge leap forward from anything she's ever done. I really hope she stays on that path, because
Honestly, that's what I want.
we were all like struggling, trying to accept her her redemption because she's so flip-floppity. But now it just seems.
What do you want to eat before?
It
What?
seems like
You
she
want to
finally,
eat? Yeah, you can be beginning. You might make it.
It seems
I
like
know.
she
Lisa,
finally.
we can hear a man yelling in the background.
What the hell is that all about?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
What is that, Lisa?
Just go on.
Okay. Well,
That was awkward.
I think these are all good things for Regina, but I do think she's going to face an even bigger test by the end of this arc. It started out so well. There's got to be a big test for her by the end of it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's going to say it all. If she's going to remain the same, or if she's actually going to change. And I'm here. I want to be hopeful and be like actually change, because it's really exhausting to hate a character.
Amen.
That writers
Especially
have done so much.
like Rumble. Especially like Rumble.
But no, but here's the thing.
Rumple's
with Rumble.
fun to hate.
I mean, no,
Exactly. No,
Sure.
Rumble's fun to hate, and I really do think that we're reaching the end of Rumble.
Okay, let's go
Hopefully.
to some of the questions, because we have still a page full of questions that we haven't
Yay!
answered.
Oh dear.
So, from Anonymous, they say, I know you answered this last time, but after seeing this episode, how do you feel about Eddie's hair?
Horrible.
Awesome.
It's
Oh
atrocious.
my
I
God,
hate it.
horrible.
Okay, one at a time. Who thinks awesome?
I think it's awesome. I do.
Who thinks awful?
Oh, me. It's awful.
Me
It is
too.
atrocious. Oh my
Okay.
god. It is like the
Whoa, it's a tie.
CGI is awful, and the hair is atrocious, and like he was good enough. Well, I mean, I was liking him. I complained a lot about him earlier on in earlier podcasts, but I was actually liking the guy until he did the hair trick, and I'm like, oh my god, please tell me this is a joke. He looked like he was high. Like he was drugged
Maybe
on
that's the
hair.
point.
Good one.
But
Like,
what
the
you
hair literally drugs him. Like, it's that bad. And then, like, he's a good actor, but that little 5-second scene was like, oh my god, please, that's really, really bad acting. And it's bad acting to the links of, Phoebe Tonkin in the original's bad acting.
Bad hair acting?
No,
Bad
his
CGI.
face.
Wow.
The face he makes when the hair comes through is like, what are you doing with your expression?
okay, but other
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
other than that, what did you think of his scene of him?
Oh my god, it's everything I ever wanted. Thank you, show.
Totally.
I think it was cool.
Yeah, I liked him too. Mai, what did you think?
Mostly liked him. I at first view, I like them. I'm gonna make a bigger judgment as the season goes on, obviously. But it's very obvious that they're going the Disney route with hints of mythology. And as long as they don't completely screw it up, I'm gonna be fine.
Me too.
Okay, did someone not like him? No? Okay, so it was positive.
Yay!
Do you guys have something else to say about him, or can we go to the next question? No?
I really
Okay.
hope we don't
So
have a
sassy.
Persephone. I really hope that. I mean, come on.
I don't have
I love
anything to say that doesn't
Persephone,
have to
but-
do with spoilers.
Okay, so let's go to spoil because we all have spoilery questions from now on.
Oh,
For
good.
example, Anonymous wants to know. Actually, we have two questions about this. One says, when do you think the Captain Swan reunion will happen? And another Anonymous says, do you think Captain Swan will be reunited in the next episode?
No.
And when they are reunited, how do you think the reunion will go? I actually think they will at least see each other in the next episode. What do you guys think? Ro?
I think they will see each other, but not be reunited until episode 3 or 4.
Ro?
Hi,
Did
Ro.
you change your name to Ro, Mai? Am I mine now? Okay.
Ro, what do you think? Do you think it will be next episode, the reunion, or later?
Later.
Later. Okay.
I think it's gonna be in this episode 13, because it's obvious it's gonna be there, because, or it's gonna be in the beginning of episode 14 where they do that amazing kiss under the rain scene. That will be awesome.
Okay, I vote for 13. Does someone think it's gonna be 14 or later?
This one's 13, right?
Yeah.
13.
Yes.
Okay.
I think
I was
it's
confused
the very end of 13. I think it'll be
I
one
agree.
of the last
Me
seasons.
too. 13 is gonna be in the end. Obviously, it's gonna be after they defeat the three-headed dog. That's awesome. And speaking of which, somebody did a very funny post on my dash about the bed flying through. I won't say his name, but I think you guys know who it is.
I think it's
That's the-
Mind
that's
Your
the-
Hell.
No, Shannon did it.
Okay, Alex, what do you think of the reunion?
I think it'll be probably the next episode, but it'll probably be the last scene. Or they'll probably just see each other, but not, quite be like there.
Okay. Anyone else has think they're gonna be together in episode 18 or later? Other crazy.
Well, we know
No,
that's not
they're-
it.
We know
'cause
the
there-
like that
spoilers.
There's too many spoilers showing them together starting in 14, so.
So, yeah,
Okay.
I agree that it's gonna be they're gonna see each other in the end of 13, and it's gonna be a cliffhanger or something, and they're gonna be reunited in 14.
Hey guys,
for-
can I say something?
Yes.
What do you guys think about the scene in the well between Liam and Captain Swan in episode 15? Do you guys think something weighted is gonna happen? You know what I mean? The balls with a ring, a well, parallel thing.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm in doubt.
Okay.
Really.
I didn't even know that scene was gonna happen.
If,
I
Sorry,
I get confused by the spoilers. Is episode 14 the one with Mila?
Yes.
Okay, so 14 is Mila and 15 is Liam.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
let's go to another question. Okay, we have a couple of people who are very worried about that speculation. One, Stacy, says is upset about the blind item
dear.
from TV Line.
Oh God.
And she says, for the blind item, do you guys think they are killing off Emma? because they said
Oh.
a star of a show getting killed off like Buffy, and that makes me really upset and nervous because Emma is my favorite. She has been talked through enough already in her life. Also fucking Neil.
Yes.
Stacy, let me assure you of one thing. They're not going to kill Emma. It's just not going to happen.
Or killing.
Yeah.
Or Charming. Or Snow.
I would say this is not Game of Thrones, but even Game of Thrones is not killing off Jon Snow. Spoiler alert.
Again. I mean, he's not killing them off. Again.
And there's another question from Hooked on Killian for Life 28, and they ask, there's been a lot of rumors going around that there will be a major character death by the end of the season. Do you think this is true? And if so, who do you think it will be? What are your thoughts? I'm gonna say, I think it's either Rumpel or Robin.
Rumble, please. Go away.
It's gonna be Rumpel.
If I think it's gonna...
The TV line, I don't think it's about Once Upon a Time. I'm pretty sure it's about Castle.
Maybe.
I think if Robert wants to leave, it's Rumpel. If Robert doesn't want to leave, they're not killing him. So it's gonna be Robin.
Okay.
Please no.
However, I think if it is Robin, he doesn't stay dead.
I think it's
Yeah.
Selena. Maybe.
No, he's not the main character.
Liam?
No,
Right, I'm
here's
just
the thing.
saying, bro. I'm not saying. I know they're not gonna kill her, no Robin, permanently.
No, here's the thing. They wouldn't kill Serena and to bring her back because they've already done that.
Exactly.
And she's no Rumpel. I mean,
However,
okay, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably I am leaning towards it being Robert because of certain things, and because contracts are for 5 years, and then they do them again, and then they have to sign them again. So if anyone wanted to leave, this was the time.
I mean, okay, honestly, how can the show survive without any flashbacks of Rumpelstiltskin? They're not going to let him go.
exactly.
I don't think Robert wants to
They
leave
can
either.
still use that. Here's the thing: they can use still Regina, and it's a win-win for them because they can use Regina in the flashbacks more.
No, I just
No.
can't
That's
imagine.
comforting.
I
doing
want
that
Sean or
Rumpel.
Robert to go away from Once Upon a Time until the show finally ends.
I mean, not to be Debbie Downer, but there is a slight chance that season 6 will be it. So you need, if it is, you're going to need Rumpel around for that.
Isn't Robert the only one who only has a 5-year contract? The rest
Yes.
of them have-
As far as I
Okay,
know,
actually,
yes.
we don't know. We don't know how long Robert's contract is. It's just been a fandom thing that he's only signed on for 5 years, but nobody really knows.
But
That's
here's
true.
the thing. It sounds reasonable because most shows have a 5-year contract.
No, most shows have 6 or 7.
You know who did the interview about Robin leaving and Sean leaving? I think the person who did it was a Swan Queener. That's why I think that's why this was made for all the Queeners who panic.
One interview.
Yep, one.
TV line? Because Natalie Abrams and Matt Mitwish are both Swan. Big Swan Fire people. So
I
that's
think
why
she's
their
talking about.
interviews are
I think
so
she's talking
biased.
about Natalie Abrams' latest, because Natalie Abrams
Yeah,
always.
that one.
She asked a question about, is Regina gonna, be? They're gonna flip the script. Is she gonna be the savior down there with all these souls? Blah blah blah.
Oh God, I love that.
She's not gonna let
shot
it
her down
go.
so much.
She
You
just
know,
wants Regina to be savior.
She tries and she tries and she tries, and Adam and Eddie are just like, no, no, no,
Fuck no.
stop.
But
no.
here's the thing about those hot Q&A things that Natalie Abrams does. It's weird because you ask them a question and Eddie says is someone gonna die? And Eddie says
Yes.
yeah, and then Adam says probably. And then Eddie said, yeah, someone's going to die. I mean, Eddie apparently has no chill.
Eddie has stopped giving fucks. That's why he's not on Twitter. Official.
That's why I trust Leanne for the Once Upon a Time interviews, and that's it.
No,
If anyone
he's a
dies, I hope it's Arthur.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Go away,
No,
bastard.
I don't want him to die. He's too good looking for that.
Mm.
No, he should die because he's a rapist.
And kill Killian.
Why you
Most
laughing?
likely.
Seriously.
Does anyone think that someone different will die?
I mean, other than Rumble or Robin?
No.
On
I don't
the
know.
show, I'm going Rumble or Robin. And honestly, because if they kill Robin
Okay.
like full time, it would make season 4 like basically no and void. Like we went through all of that only for her to lose him again. It'd be so stupid.
Well, I have a theory about Robin dying. That Robin dies and Regina doesn't turn into the evil queen, but then you have Zelina. It's like, well, because we have these rumors of her possibly hooking up with Hades or something. Well, what if Zelina decides that her happy ending is with Hades? Then she can be Persephone and stay down in the underworld like a certain part of the year or certain times of the year or whatever, and then she can come back in Robin's place. Like, she can stay there in Robin's place, and Robin can come back to Storybrooke.
Ew.
And then she can still visit baby Pistachio with supervised visitation. Rather than actually have to raise the kid and be crazy.
No.
Why?
Don't offend my
Everybody's
Persephone in
happy.
that way.
I don't think she would be happy only. I don't think she would be happy only seeing her daughter like 6 months out of the year, and knowing she's with Regina the other 6. Like, I don't feel that would be in character for Zelina.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen after she, like, yells at Cora. I mean, she's got this whole confrontation with Cora coming up that could resolve her mommy issues.
Yes. And you know, me and Raw, the only
But
ones
still,
who care
no.
of this to lead us, it's coming back for season 6.
I'm still
I
trying to
do
figure
not
out.
want her to be Persephone. No.
I'm still trying to figure out why they would want to kill anybody right now, because it seems just repetitive. Right now we're dealing with the situation with Hook because he's dead. So why are you going to want to, right after saving him, why you want to kill somebody else? It just seems repetitive to me.
I think it makes sense because the fact that they are going to the underworld to bring back someone who died basically makes that something with no stakes on the show. So the next time a person dies, they can also go to the underworld and just take him back. So they have to show another death that just sticks.
Unless like what you were saying, I mean, if they're trying to establish this relationship between Zelina and Hades, and maybe he's trying to convince her to stay down with him. Maybe she is supposed to be his Persephone, quote unquote. I don't know, but if she happens to be the one that dies or agrees to switch places with Killian to stay down there, if somehow she finds in her heart that she wants to be, I mean, I can't conceive it because that would mean that she would be away from her daughter. And right now, her like guiding force is getting her baby away from her sister because she wants to raise.
Revenge.
Yeah, so I can't see how he could possibly convince her to stay down there with him, unless he pulls that whole 2/3 business where she stays down there for 2/3 of the year, and then spends 1/3 of the year up in Storybrooke and is able to see her baby or whatnot. I don't know.
See that? No, I still no.
I heard it. What the hell?
And you know what? Any idea of her being Persephone is like no, do not dishonor my Persephone in that way.
Okay.
Hades has good taste.
Yes.
Let's go to another question. Let's see. Oh, Anonymous says, Can you guys believe that Snow White is coming back? We haven't seen her since flashbacks in season 2A. Can you guys believe it? I will believe it when I see it. I'm still not convinced.
Yeah, I'm in that camp.
Yeah.
The actress who does Jon Snow is grown from the last time we saw her, because now she's even
that's what
taller than
happens normally.
Lana.
That's what happens normally. People age with time.
Yeah, and this would be a Snow who's probably closer to, what, 16 or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she was, what, 10 when her mom died or some such?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
Did you guys think it was cute how Charming was being doing that little jealousy thing?
Yes! Jealousy.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about James?
It kind of reminded me of season, episode 16, when Killian was a little jealous of August.
Wooden man-child.
Yeah.
Man-child.
Let's go back to what Maya just said. Let's talk about James, because I
Yeah.
have a bone to pick.
Yes!
How in
About
the
your
flip?
twin.
How in the flip does Snow White not know that that's not her husband, who she shares a heart with? And don't give me that they're in the underworld, so everybody's discombobulated. Crap, they share a heart, okay?
I don't know, but it was hilarious.
And
Why
it's
did she punch James in the face?
Snow
He's a
White
bastard
isn't
and
known
crazy,
exactly
but-
for her brain.
what should have tipped her off was the fact that he had changed clothes. It's like, when the hell did David have time while he was running around in the underworld trying to find Hook to, for a wardrobe shift? Come on. Brain power here, Snow. Brain power.
Yes.
I think he was just shocked. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I was like,
And then,
what?
and then the way that he walked in with that very, dare I say, almost Hook-like swagger, undressing her with his eyes going, yeah, I know why
Josh?
my...
Josh has clearly been hanging out with Colin too much. Because that was awesome.
I was like, dude, I was watching this scene going, do you need some eyeliner or something? Because
Here's my other thing. Now I know right in that precise moment when David does come in, that wasn't the appropriate moment. But is Snow going to tell David that his brother kissed her or not?
No, I think James is gonna be the one to reveal that little tidbit.
she probably will, because right now they have more important things to think about, and she knows
More
it's
important than
James.
David's doppelgangers running around kissing his wife?
Look,
the next thing you know, she'll be kissing his daughter.
he knows
Oh, God.
Oh.
He decided to go around doing sneak kiss attacks.
Look, he knows that his brother's there, but he also knows that James is no real threat to his relationship with Snow, no matter what James tries to do.
Well, I know that, but James is a crazy person, and he looks exactly like David. So to a less discerning eye, he could switch with David anytime he wants. Like, knock David
And he
out and lock
probably
him up
will.
somewhere. And you know he's going to do that at some point.
Does have that scar, in theory.
Besides, that is true. That is one difference. That Charming has this scar on his chin for when she hit him with the rock and or jewelry box thing. whatever reality you choose to
Yeah, but how
accept.
how often are people staring at his chin? I mean, Snow was fooled by a change of clothes.
True.
Cruella does.
Yeah.
Sheriff
Wait.
Chicken.
To be honest with you, I would not necessarily classify James as evil, like in the realm of Han or King George. He's not a really evil person. He's really just an arrogant douchebag.
Well, didn't he kill all the giants? Didn't he organize a giant genocide?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's evil.
Okay, he's a cowardly, arrogant douchebag.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
I just think it's gonna be hilarious because I don't think Snow's gonna bring it up because they got other things in their mind, but when
But
they
yeah,
encounter
she has.
him again, he's gonna make a comment about it because
Yeah,
she's an
but she
ass.
has. But see, here's the thing: she has time to say, "Hey, let's go help Hercules move on," but she doesn't have time to say, "Hey, your doppelganger kissed me."
She doesn't want to. It's not like she doesn't have the time.
This is
Oh, it
gonna
was
be
an
awkward.
off-screen
Awkward.
conversation.
How am I gonna?
I'm sure she told them. They just didn't want to include it in the episode.
I'd like to think that's what happened, but I doubt it.
I will say,
Yeah, but I think
this
it
much.
would be pretty hilarious if he comes up like, "Your wife's a good kisser," and he's like, "What?"
Ah!
That's exactly
Oh,
what
that'll
they're
be
going for. That's
all-
exactly what the
that'll be-
writers are going to be going for. You know it.
Yes.
I will say this much. I'm very happy, very, very happy to see that both of her parents are highly supportive of doing whatever they can to make sure that they save Hook. You know, I knew Charming was going to be like totally on board because Gert's best friend and all, but I'm glad to see that Snow is just as on board and just as determined. Emma needed this backup. She needed to know that they have her back. That after everything she's done for them to secure their happiness, that they will fight just as hard to make sure she has hers.
Captain Charming for the win. Oh
Yes!
my God.
Like every time somebody else is trying to do something else with Regina and her father, he's like, but do you really want to get in the way of saving Hook? Do we really need to save Hercules? Isn't Hook more important? Like, Captain Charming for the win. Yes.
Captain Charming and his wife.
Yes.
Yes, it is. See, and wouldn't it be hilarious if Charming and James do switch places and Killian Zoe wouldn't even tell the difference?
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
hilarious.
Come on, mate.
And assuming it, I mean,
Okay,
does
have.
Emma know about James? Now I just think about that.
I think she does.
Yes, she does. I think so. I don't know.
I'm not sure though. I was.
Because that would be pretty.
But well,
hilarious.
she did read the book, and
Right.
isn't James in the book? He should be somewhere there.
I would imagine so.
True.
Yeah, I'm sure he's in it somewhere.
Okay, we have another very quick question from Anonymous. Which was worse, 2B or 4B?
4B.
Obviously,
4B.
4B.
No, I'm gonna have to go 2B because that was the dark times.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
darkest
Yes.
timeline.
That's
2B.
true.
4A.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 2B because we had fandom wise it was the worst.
That is
Like
true.
4B at least we had our fandom. Like
Yeah.
for TB fandom they were at the height of the insanity. Because
I mean,
we had the Swan Fire,
I mean-
the Swan Thieves, the Sleeping Hookers.
And honestly, even though Hook didn't have a lot to do in 4B, at least we were solid in their relationship, you know. So we didn't have to. It wasn't a whole case of the way it was in 2B where we were fighting just to claw our way up into being canon. Like we're still
And
here,
Hook
even
was
though
nowhere to be seen.
yeah, even though he broke his leg and hasn't been seen in 3 or 4 episodes, we're still here fighting and breathing. But you know, in 2B, you know, people were saying, "Oh, he's never going to come back. He's a one-hit, you know, blah blah," and they're not. It's not canon. And then we got called all kinds of names and stuff, and nothing was really. Even though nothing was really solid, we were holding to our guns. In 4B, we didn't really have to worry. We were there. They were together. You know, he might not have been there a whole lot because they focused again on Regina and Queen of Darkness and stuff, but we at least knew that we were solid.
Who's
You know what was
delusional
worse
now,
about-
Pixies?
Hey, you know what's worse about 4B?
What?
Captain Swan didn't bang and only Selena banged with both Robin.
Raped Robin. Not banned. Raped Robin.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to say that.
Well, I'm just gonna say
Okay.
in the Legend of Hercules, that's pretty much the way that his mom gets pregnant.
Yeah.
Zeus
Well-
pretends to be her husband.
Well, if we are talking Greek myths, you will be difficult to find one without rape. So yeah.
Well,
True.
Persephone and Hades
Yeah,
is
but-
rape.
Well, some people do think it's rape. So
No, like 2% of the entire.
No, that
Yeah.
comes from people mistranslating the word
Yes,
in the title. Because it's called
exactly.
The Rape
It's
of Persephone, but it's not really. They mistranslated
it's the one
word.
relationship in the entire Greek mythology that doesn't have any rape.
Well, but I don't want to paint them as advocate because I do
Kidnapping, okay.
love it a
Kidnapping,
lot.
yes.
Yes, it
I
has
think-
kidnapping, but there's no rape.
I think
Okay.
from the ancient Greek point of view, it was more that the rape was the fact that her personal freedom was taken from her. She was kidnapped from her mother and taken down into Hades, into the underworld against her will. That was like the rape, her being kidnapped. Because when you really look at the story, and I actually had to do an in-depth reading into this back when I was in college, that Hades and Persephone, he never actually abused her or misused her in any way after he took her. He was actually very good
Yes.
to her while she was there, and he cared for her a great deal. He took her
And
because
he
he
never
loved her. He
cheated
didn't take
on
her because
her.
he wanted to hurt her. It was
And
just
he's the most faithful husband in the entire Greek mythology.
exactly. You have Zeus who cavorts with anything female that breathes. You
Or
have
animals.
Ew!
Animals too.
Can you at least know that Hades is a one-woman guy, Even on Hercules, the legendary journeys back in the 90s when you had all the craziness with all of the other gods, Hades was never really involved in it. He did his job. He made sure that the dead got to where they had to go, and he was happy with his nice, pretty wife, He was a content guy.
Exactly. And as long as you followed his rules, it was okay. And the other gods thought he was boring.
Okay. Okay, so let's find another question. Let's see. We have a classic question. Do you guys, from Anonymous, do you guys think there is any chance that we will get Captain Swan sexy times this season? Or do you think we have to wait longer to get it? Do you think we will ever get sexy time at some point?
Yeah. You saw the bed flying down. That was his unfinished business.
Yes. That was
Business.
included my bang 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 thing.
If we don't get at least some sort of confirmation that something has occurred, considering what they have been through from 5A to 5B, if some shit doesn't happen, I'm going to call fucking shenanigans. I don't need to see them rolling around in bed. I just need some sort of confirmation that it hasn't happened.
No.
Okay.
If they can show Outlaw Queen, they can show Captain Swan. I'm just
I mean,
saying.
after everything that they've been through, she better take her man to bed. I'm sorry.
Here's
I
my
want her.
thing. If they show Killian moving his things into their house when they get back, they are sleeping together. I don't care if the show shows it or not. There's no way in hell those two people are living in the same house and they're not having the sex. It just ain't happening.
I want them.
Honestly, I think it will be when they come back from the underworld.
Yes.
Will they keep the dungeon?
This isn't 50 Shades of Grey, please.
Should probably turn it into a basement with a washer and the dryer. You got to be able to wash clothes.
I just
Although,
want Captain Swan's sexy time to be shown in action and morning after, so it can be confirmed for me.
I don't even need to see it. I just need either going in or coming or morning after or post-coital or something.
I need to see it for bidding reasons.
Yes, me too.
I mean, after everything that
I want to make fan mints of sexy time, so
there needs to
I
be
need to use for bidding
there needs
reasons.
to be some sexy times confirmation and or engagement or both. Because, I mean, come the hell on. Come the fuck on. After everything that they have been through, the fact that they were planning a future together before all this occurred, And then if he gave her the damn ring to boot, I mean, oh my.
I mean, Emma said it herself when Henry showed her the newspaper. That the whole point was Killian and Henry were picking out this house so that Killian could ask her to move in. You don't plan to ask your girlfriend to move in with you if you have either not already or are very soon likely to be engaging in the sexy times. Okay?
Yeah.
That's just how this
They
works.
already did it. Between
I think they've already done
4A
it.
and 4B, those 6 weeks, they're very, very touchy-feely when they came back. So I think,
You know,
I think
Okay,
they
but
already have it.
someone thinks they're still waiting.
I swear to God that if 5B doesn't end without them having sex and getting engaged, I am going to throw a fucking table and kill myself.
Okay, here then. I don't think we need them to get engaged. Like, yeah, it would be special and I would like it, but I don't need it.
We
Like,
have
as long as
an
they're together
engagement
and
question
happy.
actually. We have someone who's asking for your opinion on an engagement. Anonymous says, I know Adam and Hedy said no wedding this season, but do you think that Captain Swan will at least get engaged?
I think they will.
I think they will. Obviously, they will.
I think not. I don't know why, but I don't feel like they will.
Here's the thing.
I don't think so either.
I mean, sometimes I think they will, sometimes I think they don't. Like, it flip-flops a lot.
Yeah.
But either way, as long as they're together and happy, I'm fine with it. And living together, like, I'm fine with it. Because a wedding doesn't mean shit anymore. Like, I love weddings.
I know that the fandom is really
Well, marriage
divided
doesn't
on
mean
this
shit
particular. Yeah, I know the fandom is really divided on this particular topic. That some of them want them to get engaged, married. Some of them don't think that Emma needs to be married to be happy. My thing is that I don't believe that it should be judged on what fans believe is happiness. And no, I've read a lot of posts on Tumblr in the tags going, I don't feel like I need to be married to be happy. That's great. And then because I don't feel like I need to be married to be happy, or that any woman should need to be married to be happy, I don't think Emma needs to be married to be happy. I'm like, okay, that's great that you feel that you don't need that, but that might not necessarily be what Emma feels.
Exactly.
You can't put what you feel onto her.
Quit
Because
projecting people.
Emma said it herself. She was considering Walsh's proposal because she was in love with him. So you know that marriage is something that she's thinking about. So if she's thinking about it, clearly it's something that, given the right person, that she would want to do. So to me, in canon, that's something Emma wants. And if she wants it, there's clearly no other person she'd rather be married to than Killian Jones. So sorry, people who think that you don't need to be married to be happy. That's fine for you. That's not fine for Emma Swan in canon on the show.
Yes.
Well, if Emma decides that she doesn't need to be married to be happy in canon, I'm fine with it.
Exactly.
If Emma decides he wants to be married, I'm fine with it. As long as Emma's happy, I'm happy.
Me too.
Yes, I think we are all team and whatever makes Emma happy. So, and seeing the way that she loves him, I think if she had to, run to Boston and get married at a justice of the peace with just her and him, she wouldn't give a shit as long as she could marry him. I don't think she cared as long as they could just get married.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But not by Archie, because he's a creep.
Yeah, no.
Speaking of creepy.
Oh my God, Archie! Oh, that scene! Oh, I can't even think about it.
What is he doing down there?
I don't know.
But you know who I'd like to see if a Captain Swan wedding ever happened? You know who I want to officiate?
Who?
Regina.
Granny?
No. Think about it. Regina interrupted Snow and Charming's wedding and vowed to take away their happy ending. What better way to bring that full circle than for Regina Mills as the mayor of Storybrooke to officiate Snow and Charming's daughter's wedding?
That could be true.
Maybe. I don't know, dude.
She will be Emma's best woman. Maid
I
of
want to
honor.
be the maid of honor.
Mansion of honor. Maid of honor, whatever.
No,
So-
that's no.
So whose bright, like, crack-filled idea was it to have Jiminy Cricket down her goddess?
That was Belle.
The thing, and that the rabbit who came out of her their parts.
That was nasty.
What I'm trying to figure out is how he got in there in the first place. She wears pretty tight leather clothes in that scene. So, and if he did, how the hell did you not feel it till he was up under your boobies?
Jiminy is a perv. Jiminy is a perv.
That's why he needs to have a girlfriend.
He needs a psychiatrist.
Exactly.
I'm gonna chalk that scene up to one of those like misfires, like when they, back in season 2 when they did the whole stun gun against wood, which obviously doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just chalk that up to a writing misfire. That just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a couple of questions left. Anonymous says, I was wondering if you guys could talk about the Once Upon a Time convention that happened last weekend and about the videos we got of Colin at the convention. Did any of you go to this convention? I don't think
No,
so.
and I haven't actually watched
a
it.
friend of
No,
mine
and I'm
went.
bitter
Katie
about
went.
it.
It seemed fun. Did you guys follow the videos?
I did.
As much as I could.
It's fine
I did.
good, yeah.
I did, but the only video I saw is about Hook telling the joke about Colin telling the Hook joke. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I liked when Colin and Lee were talking about how Leroy always manages to talk about the worst possible moment when he and Emma are trying to have a moment, and Lee's always like, the curse is coming, oh my god, the curse is coming. Yeah, that was fun. I think I love seeing how Lee and Colin, they're like really funny together.
I know.
I really wish that I could have gone to be able to see him and to get that set tour seemed like really incredible.
Let's go to another question, please.
Wait,
Anonymous
I
wants-
just have one.
Yeah.
So, Colin and Liam were filming?
Yes.
Yes.
It was stunts that they were filming.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
I hope
Hook
Killian
versus
kicks
Arthur.
Arthur's ass.
Please.
I think it
let
was
him
a
get
fight.
him back. Well, considering
Get
Arthur
him.
is the one who killed him originally, I hope Killian's looking for a little payback.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and he tried to take his best bro away from him. So
Oh,
He
yeah,
thought you
it's
were-
personal.
yes, you don't try to kill me. Like not only did he try to kill him, he tried to take his best bro. That's just wrong.
Oh.
Okay, let's go. We have one last question. Anonymous says, is anyone else kind of irritated that they are giving the True Love's Kiss this season to Ruby and Mulan? Don't get me wrong, I like their relationship, but Captain One shippers have been waiting for so long. I don't know,
Okay,
did we get confirmation that they're giving a True Love's Kiss to
No.
Mulan and Ruby?
No.
No.
Okay, come
Not
on.
that I
Okay,
know.
to the people who are screaming about Adam and Eddie being, maybe it's a new couple, maybe it's an old couple, maybe it's a new combination. You remember back in season 2 Paley Fest what they said about Captain Swan being together? I like to see it. It could happen.
Trolls.
This is exactly Adam and Eddie's style of trolling.
Yeah, Eddie is a giant troll, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, but one thing we do know for absolutely sure, because we've seen it through all the 5 years, even including the spin-off. Never once has a True Love kiss, gone to a couple that wasn't developed. Ruby and Mulan are completely not a developed couple. They might be a couple, but they're not like developed enough at this point to even be considered
Well,
as a.
in
We had
fairness,
Aurora.
I was just about to say Aurora and Philip.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody knows their fucking story. We all know that they're.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. We have that picture from the centaur, bless the person who took this, with that pedestal that that has the Greek written on it. It says, bless the person who translated it, and I can't remember your name, but yay you. It says, only a heart filled with true love can pass. So if we don't get a true love's kiss, I'm okay with Captain Swan being confirmed true love that way.
Me too.
Yeah. I heard a theory. I think, let me see who it was.
I mean, if it's Gwen and Lancelot, I'm cool with that.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
Oh my god, you're psychic.
This is
We're
why
brain
we're
twins.
Oh.
It just doesn't make sense to give it to a couple that isn't developed enough at this point, and not give it to the couple who's literally going to hell and back to get their other half.
Yeah, but if you confirm them true love through this true love's pedestal thing, then that's okay.
Yeah, my phone fell for a second, but I'm okay.
Didn't Leanne have another article out before this asking if there was going to be a true love kiss, where Eddie pretty much confirmed that yes, there was going to be a CS true love kiss?
Well, it depends.
Yes.
The context made it sound like that, but again, the way Leanne writes the article and the way, I mean, it depends on your interpretation of how she wrote the article and where the quote actually lies. She said later that she meant all the couples, but in the article it makes it sound like it's CS, so we don't know.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we can.
Okay, because my phone fell for like a second and I was like, wait, what? Okay, I think it was Gia who said it, because I want to give credit to who originally said the whole Lancelot and Gwen thing. It was Gia. Hello, where are my people? But yes, I really do think that if it's not Captain Swan, it's gonna be Lancelot and Guinevere, because they need to close out that arc, and it would be the same thing as in Wonderland.
Is
Yeah.
Lancelot
And I
in
know-
Storybrooke?
He's not even in Storybrooke.
No, he's in
We don't
Storybrooke. He's in
know.
Enchanted Forest.
Technically, we don't know.
Well, he
Yes, we
went
don't
to
know.
go be with his mother, didn't he? It might have been
Yeah.
out of range of the curse.
Right, so the
Exactly,
question...
we don't know if he's not there. But
Right,
for
so the
those who
question
didn't
is-
watch,
I mean,
Scarlet Queen, their true love's kiss is because Anastasia is under a spell. And she's
Yeah.
like, no, I love Jafar, And he's like, no, I know what true love is. And he kisses her, and that breaks her spell. Who is
Now,
also
with-
under a spell? Guinevere.
now,
Who
with
is
Exactly.
under
Nice
a spell?
parallel.
Lancelot.
Now, with Lancelot, they said he was going to see his mother. His mother is traditionally the Lady of the Lake. So, either he made it to her and she protected him from the curse, or he was out of range of the curse, or he got caught up in the curse anyway and we just didn't see him in Storybrooke. Those are your three options.
Yeah, and that would be a nice surprise, because nobody thinks he's in Storybrooke. So maybe he's
But
been hidden.
Sonequa was at the con the same
Mhm.
weekend that Liam was there, and Amy was in town to film Meredith scenes, so who knows?
Yeah, so it would be a nice parallel. And
I would be happily
I would like
surprised.
it. Yes, and I would like it, because I love Guinevere a lot. And
So-
for them to actually finally get a happy ending in any show, I'd be
Amen, sister.
Yeah, I would much more be willing to accept a true love kiss from Lancelot and Guinevere than I would be from Ruby and Mulan. Honest God. But do you guys think that there's a possibility that since they've been gone all this time and leaving Arthur with pretty much free reign, that he might take over the town while they're gone?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably he already
That's
already
what everybody's
did.
talking about.
Yeah,
I think that's a
even
distinct
Natalie
possibility.
stupid. I think even Natalie family.
Yeah.
Failing. I'm trying to say it and it didn't.
I mean, when they left, he was still locked up in the jail cell, but someone could easily, either pick the lock or find the key and free him, and then there's nobody there to stop him because all the heavy hitters are in the underworld.
There's
What's Granny gonna do? Shoot him with her crossbow?
Well,
The
I'd like to
fairies
see
have
that.
magic.
Yeah, but the
Yeah, but the
fairies are
fairies
also
really
looking
don't give a
after
fuck.
baby Pistachio and baby Neil, so maybe their priority is to protect the babies rather than fight a war against Arthur and his knights.
Fairies never do anything useful anyway.
The only thing the fairy is
Remember-
useful is when Blue is always shady.
Okay, guys. Those were all the questions. Do you guys have any last questions, comments about the episode?
Let me think.
It's gonna be. I'm glad that it began with a bang, and I'm so excited for the rest of 5B. And praying for Captain Swan payoffs.
I'm ready for the real premiere, 513.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yay!
And after the sneak peek with Killian helping.
Oh, that was so good.
That
Can we
was-
talk about that?
That was so perfectly timed because I was still on a downer from the premiere, but then that comes out on Monday, and I'm just like,
Isn't it funny how a 2-minute sneak peek was better than probably the whole episode?
I was really surprised that we got it so quick, because usually we don't get sneak peeks till like Wednesday or Thursday, and they popped one up Monday morning.
Well, I have a theory about that. I have a theory that
That
maybe
they saw we were so pissed off at what happened at 12.
because I filled out my survey on the advisory board like right after the episode, and I kind of like ripped them a new one about the episode. So it makes you wonder how many other people did that and made them say, "Hey, this episode's about an arc meant to save Killian, yet we don't see Killian. Maybe you should show us Killian." And then boom, Monday we're getting a sneak peek with Killian doing something heroic, and we're like, "Yeah."
That was so awesome. It just revitalized my interest in the arc, you know?
Yes,
have you read
Meg? And you guys have no idea how much I love Megara. She is one of my
I do.
all-time favorite Disney
Me too.
heroines. So
Have you read any of-
I knew because I once had a party. I once had a Hercules party, and I dressed up as her.
Okay. This podcast is getting very long, so I think it's time to close it.
Wait.
And yeah, Ro. Do you want to talk now?
Yes, if it's okay.
Tell us. Yes, it's okay.
Well, I'm obviously looking forward to Operation Firebird, and it's okay with me that they're not just there now for Killian, because they went to Neverland to save Henry, but they saved all the Lost Boys as well. I mean, they're heroes. It's just what they do.
Yes, that reminds me of what I wanted to say. Yes, I saw a lot of people complaining about, oh, Killian's going to be a second hand. No, he's not. This is Emma freaking Swan. If you really thought she was going to see all those innocent souls that she could save and not save them, then you don't know Emma Swan.
Well, no, I think what people were complaining about was the context in which the operation name was given, because it wasn't delineated until after we saw Regina send her dad off to the better place. So the placement in the episode made it seem like one thing when really it's both, and they didn't really. It was another writing problem that it wasn't delineated properly.
No, but I mean that
From a
I
rating
actually saw some
perspective, that's
people
what I'm
complain
saying.
about it.
I wasn't real happy about it at first either, to be honest. But I'm okay now.
Okay, so does anyone have anything else to say?
Jennifer Morrison is flawless.
Obviously,
She's
she's a queen.
Okay, so thank you everyone for listening, and we will be back next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.